Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave a review. This week, I'm going to talk about how to get an ex back. Now, if you've been on YouTube, and who hasn't, you've probably seen all the videos on there with all the information on how to get an ex back, on all the courses you can take that cost hundreds of dollars, and all the things you absolutely have to do if you want to get your ex back. And I'm telling you right now, it's all BS. It's really not that difficult. It's actually super simple. It's difficult, what I'm about to tell you. It's very difficult to do. It's, for some people, going to be impossible, but it's actually very simple. Now, this is only if someone broke up with you. If you broke up with someone, then what you need to do is to call them up and apologize, explain why you did it and why you want to get back and why it's going to be different. But if someone broke up with you, this is the ex we're talking about, getting back with the ex who broke up with you. Now, when someone breaks up with you, they're saying that they no longer want you in their life. Think about that for a minute. Even if they say, oh, we can be friends, that's just something that most people say and really don't mean as something to just end it with, instead of just goodbye, I'll never see you again. No, let's just be friends. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And if someone broke up with you and they did it via text or email, that's even worse, because instead of discussing it with you and trying to work things out and see if the relationship can be saved, they just all of a sudden, out of the blue, knocked you over with this text or email, and that's a very hostile act. There's anger behind that. So what you need to do, and like I said, you're not going to want to do it. Every fiber in your being is going to be against it, but it's almost guaranteed that if you do this, your ex will contact you at some point, even if they're seeing someone new. All right? And that is, you are going to do absolutely nothing. That's right, nothing. There's nothing to do. When someone tells you they no longer want you in their life, why should you fight that? You don't come across as a high-value person if you're trying to fight your way back in when someone just threw you out the door. A high-value person knows they have a lot to offer, and their attitude is, okay, well, if you don't want it, and if you can't see what I have to offer, no problem. I will surely find someone else. It's not a problem. Now, a lot of the information about getting an ex back, they say, well, you have the 30 days of no contact, and then you're going to contact them. No. This is no contact ever again, period, from your side. All right? You are not going to contact them. But they are going to contact you at some point, because when someone breaks up with you, they're not 100% certain that they want to break up with you. They're not 100% happy. And they're not 100% sure, but at least 50% of them felt that they needed to break up with you, and so they did. But no one is ever 100%. So that's going to be on your side. And the fact that you are not going to contact them, that you're going to leave them alone, is totally going to be a surprise, because they're going to expect you at some point to put up some type of fight, as most people do. And that's the worst thing you can do, because you're fighting to get someone back who doesn't want you. Think about that for a minute. And especially if you act crazy like some people do, then what you're basically saying to them is, well, thank God I broke up with that person, because they're crazy. I did the right thing. So if you do absolutely nothing and you get on with your life, if you improve yourself, if you work on yourself, if you hang out with people who love you, family and friends, at some point your ex will call you back, even if it's just for curiosity's sake, because they'll wonder, I can't believe that they just walked away. I can't believe they just accepted it. Did they maybe not even really care for me as much as I thought they did? Did they maybe have someone else that I didn't know about? What's going on? How could they just walk away so easily after I broke up with them? Well, that's because you're listening to me and you know that I know what I'm talking about. That's why you walked away without a fight. Now, when they do contact you, you're not obligated to respond. I know you'll want to respond because you think, oh, I need to respond right away. They changed their mind. they want to get hold of me, they want to get back together, I'm going to respond right away. No. You don't know why they're calling back. Maybe they're just calling back to check up to see what's going on, to see if you are with someone else. Maybe they're calling to see, actually to make themselves feel better because they feel bad about the situation. So they want to hear that you're still talking to them and reassure themselves that they can get back with you whenever they want. Or maybe they are calling to get back together. You don't know the reason they're calling. So unless you're ready to speak to them, then you do not return their text or pick up their call or return their call. You speak to them on your terms now. Now it's all about your terms and what you want and when you're ready to speak to them. And so if you're not ready to speak to them, you don't. There was an ex once that wanted to not necessarily get back, but just at least be friends. This was several months after we broke up. And he sent a message, and I didn't want to be friends. I didn't want to do anything with him. I didn't care, so I didn't respond. And then 3 weeks later, I was like, oh, all right, whatever. Fine, I don't care. We can be friends. So I wrote back, and I said, okay, sure, we can be friends. And that was 3 weeks later. And he said, okay. So trust me, no one is going anywhere, especially if you did nothing after the breakup, did not go after them. They will especially be curious, wondering why and how you can be so strong. And that's also very attractive, the fact that you can be strong and not cry or go crazy like a lot of people do. So if you need more help with this, if you want to know how to get your ex back, if you need more information, I would be happy to give it to you. You can contact me at my website, where I do offer personal coaching, and that is theartoflove.net. And in the meantime, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.